How's it going there, ladies and gentlemen? Hellstone here again. And today, I'm gonna take a right, because I think that's where I need to go. Maybe, hopefully, possibly. If not, it's gonna get real awkward real fast. Oh, man. Alright, how's it going there, ladies and gentlemen? Hellstone here again, and it's been a while since I've made a video, and if you watched my last one, you know that the reason for that is because this last spring I graduated from college and received a commission in the United States Army, and I had about 5 or 6 months of leave between when I graduated and when I needed to report to what's called BOLC, Basic Officer Leadership Course. And so I really enjoyed those 6 months, but now I'm in Oklahoma for Field Artillery BOLC. And I got here a couple of weeks ago, and I've been settling in, getting through all the in-processing that happens whenever you get to a new duty station. And so I'm here to make a video and bring you guys along with me as I get to know the new city that I live in, which is Lawton, Oklahoma. And I decided, it's Saturday now, I decided I want to go check out some of the nature areas that are around base, and right now I'm at some sort of a lake. And I'm gonna flip the camera around for you guys right now. I'm just pulling up to the spot so you guys can see the absolutely beautiful view that I got going on. As you can see, it's kind of rainy right now, but I saw this little mountain range as I was pulling in, and it made me really happy because one thing that I have been missing since getting to Oklahoma is mountains, and I don't know, reminds me a little bit of home. I could like get a kayak and paddle out to those islands over there. Obviously not when the weather's like this though, because okay, well, that was fun. So my plan originally, when I went over to Lake Latonka, was to do most of the video there, kind of talk with you guys a little bit. But as soon as I got there, I started to take a little walk down the beach. You saw some of that there, and the storm that was going on just started picking up real bad, and there was like lightning like crackling over my head, and I was like, you know what, standing on a beach right now is probably not the smartest idea. So I ended up calling it good there, and I'm gonna head back to Fort Sill right now, and so I figured I'd just talk to you guys on my drive back home. So BOLC so far has been awesome. I've really enjoyed it a lot. One of the big, I don't know about necessarily complaints, but problems I had with ROTC is a lot of the time you get treated like a little kid for most of it. And I feel like that's not conducive to training officers. Now, that being said, I can totally understand the reason why a lot of cadets get treated like little kids, because in a pretty big sense, a lot of them are. And they struggle with being given responsibility, respect, trust, all that. And so I do get it, but one thing that I've loved about BOLC so far is they treat me like I'm a lieutenant, which I am. And so I feel like I'm able to get everything done that I need to get done, and nobody's holding my hand, and I absolutely love that. Also, the rain's picking up, so I don't know how well you guys could hear this, but it's pretty loud for me right now, so I might actually pick this back up when I get back to Fort Sill. So I guess I'll see you guys in a few. How's it going there, everybody? So we're actually back the next day from that last scene that you saw. So what ended up happening is after that storm kind of blew in, there ended up being some really bad weather, and the base commander actually ended up calling a tornado warning, and it was some pretty crazy stuff, at least for me, somebody who grew up in Utah where tornadoes just aren't a thing at all. It was pretty fun for me, so I ended up just hunkering down here for the duration of that tornado watch, and so now I'm just going to keep going on with the video. What I wanted to do was show you all what my housing situation is like right now at Fort Sill, so I figured I'd give you all a tour of my place, and I'm pretty excited about it, so let's get into it. All right, so this is my living situation for the next 5 months while I'm here at BOLC. So BOLC is different for every branch, but usually it's a couple of months long, and rather than having new lieutenants get an apartment or even a regular house for those few months and giving them BAH or basic army housing, they instead usually will put up new officers in some sort of an army hotel for the duration of their stay. And that's what happened to me. So this is my hotel room. This is where I'm going to spend the next 5 months of my life. And I wanted to just give you all a quick tour so you can kind of see what it's like. Here's me flexing. So it is pretty much like your standard hotel bedroom. You have here a nice little closet. I keep a Texas flag in here just to remind me of where I'm going after this and keep me motivated. I got my boonie hat right there. Fun fact, at Fort Bliss, it's one of the few installations where boonie hats are authorized completely. That's the one that I wore during most of my time in Africa, so I am excited that I get to continue to wear that. I think you can actually see that kind of discoloration there. That's actually dust from the Sahara Desert that will not come out no matter how many times I put it through the wash. I accidentally pressed the volume button and it stopped recording, but it just keeps me motivated, reminds me why I'm here, and kind of keeps me going, especially when things get a little bit rough. Bed, super awesome. I have no complaints here. I definitely wanted to make the hotel room as comfortable and homey as possible while I was here. So I brought like simple things like the blanket, the Texas flag, some flowers, just to kind of make it seem less like a hotel room, because 5 months is a long time. And so I want to feel comfortable while I'm here. So a little bit of decoration there, super awesome TV. Most of the channels don't work on it. Dresser, school stuff right there, water bottles. One thing that not a lot of lieutenants did, but I decided to do, was to actually bring my entire computer rather than just like a laptop like that. And my rationale was I'm here for 5 months and I love doing YouTube videos, so it's worth it to me to bring a whole computer. And it's actually been super helpful so far, so I am happy I did that. Over here I have a nice little map of Bear Lake. This is the lake that covers both Utah and Idaho. I spent a lot of summers here, and it just kind of holds a lot of good memories, and it definitely, I don't know, it reminds me of home. And funnily enough, the whole reason I went to Lake Latonka is I was actually sitting at my desk here, and I kind of just glanced over at Bear Lake, and I remembered all the fond memories there, and I figured, hey, there's a lake nearby to where I'm at right now, so I might as well go. So, fun little fact there. This is the closest thing to a kitchen that I have right now. If I had one like actual complaint about my living situation right now, it's that I don't have any sort of like a kitchenette or way to actually cook food. At the hotel, we get breakfast every morning, and it's actually super good breakfast. We have a lot of good options. I'm sure y'all will see me eating breakfast in future videos, but nothing to complain about there. I can go to the DFAC and eat, but anybody who's been in the Army knows that the DFAC is not always the best for food. And so unfortunately, since I don't have like a hot plate or anything really, my options for cooking for myself are actually pretty limited. So let me show you what I got going on here. One of the first things that I bought when I got to Fort Sill was this rice cooker. After spending a couple of years living in the Philippines, I've learned just how important one of these bad boys can be. You can see kind of that metal plate back there. That's actually a steamer that goes on top of this rice cooker. And I'm able to steam vegetables, cook rice. I can even cook things like chicken in here. And it's been such a huge blessing to have this. I do have to just be a little bit careful, especially with how much steam this thing kind of puffs out, to make sure I don't accidentally set off the fire alarms in the hotel, but what do you do? Other than that, we just have a couple of other things. We have like protein, some supplements, pre-workout, stuff like that. A couple of drink packets, some oats, which I love, some coffee, creamer, simple things like that, a microwave. It's all very basic. The fridge here is not the best, but it's definitely not the worst either. Supposedly this is a freezer, but it doesn't keep things cool enough to actually freeze them, which is a shame, but what do you do? I got a couple of waters, some salads, some dressings, but that's really about it. And then in here, it's just dime a dozen bathroom. Nothing really special or unique about it, but hey, it's a bathroom. So that is my living situation right now. It was a weird view, like I'm looking down on all of you. I am loving BOLC so far. It's been a lot of fun. It's been definitely a new experience for me, and I'm excited to see where things go moving forward. One of the big things that I do want to do while I'm here at Fort Sill is get myself physically in probably the best shape that I've ever been in. I've spent most of my life bouncing back and forth between being what I would say is very fit for the normal person and not very fit for the normal person. And I've always been able to do what the Army needed me to do. Whenever we had PT tests, whenever we had any sort of physical anything, I've always been able to do it relatively easily, in fact. But recently, I've been wanting to do more than just what the Army asks. And so I figured I'm going to be here alone, away from my loved ones, from my family for 5 months. So it seems like the perfect opportunity to really go after it. And really start working towards that goal. So I'm excited. My videos moving forward, especially while I'm here, are going to more than likely be focused more on a vlogging style of video, rather than in the past where I've done reaction videos, which I do love. But even though I'm done with college, I'm still going through a lot of academic courses while I'm here. So artillery BOLC is considered widely one of the, if not the most difficult BOLCs in the United States Army. Reason for that being is there's a lot of academic work that goes into artillery. And as an officer, I'm responsible for all of the rounds that I either check off or don't check off in my battery or in my platoon or whatever I'm in charge of. And so while I'm here, I'll be learning all of that math, all of that responsibility that I'm going to have once I get to Texas. And so funnily enough, I always hated math, and I think I've talked about that in a number of my videos, but here I am learning more math, and I'm not too worried about being able to pass it really at all. I've spent the last 4 years in artillery and I feel very confident in it, but I do put my academics first. And so the easiest way for me to make videos is this kind of simple, casual vlogging style, where I have an extra couple of minutes after I'm done with breakfast or during my lunch or after work, where I can just pull out my phone and record a video for you all. So look forward to that. I'm excited to take you all with me, especially in my fitness journey moving forward. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure I have a lot to learn, but I am really excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, I think that's really all I have for right now. Expect more videos in the future. Expect a lot of videos in the future, because one thing that I've learned in the couple of weeks that I've been here is that surprisingly, I have a lot of time on my hands. I wake up at 5 every morning, I go to PT, and then I go to work, and usually we're done by 5 p.m. or so, and then I have time to study, sure, but that doesn't take the rest of the day. And so I have time to make videos, funnily enough. So I think that'll do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.